What's up guys, it's Tommy here, and what an absolutely magnificent victory for Liverpool. A classic away performance where we restricted Inter to quite few chances. They didn't have a shot on target in the full 90 minutes. When was the last time that happened? Inter are a solid team at home. So I wasn't expecting Liverpool to dominate the whole game, and especially in the second half I think Inter were actually the better team. So Liverpool kind of scored against the run of play, and Harvey Elliott became the youngest ever Liverpool player to start in a European game, a Champions League game. Absolutely brilliant. He didn't have a great game. Jurgen Klopp said Harvey can play so much better, but we played him because the areas we needed to exploit were naturally Harvey Elliott's spaces. He had some good moments, but we know he can play much better. He did a job, worked hard. And also there is a concern for Liverpool. By the way, let me know, what did you think of the performance? What did you think of the performance of Luis Diaz, who came on as a substitute? And I thought he really changed the game. He took the game to Inter. He has so much confidence, this guy. He is always running at people, running at centre-backs, and that always gives confidence to your team and probably gives the fears, the nightmares into opposition defenders. And also there is a concern. Diogo Jota was substituted at halftime, and I thought that was quite strange. Jurgen Klopp very rarely makes substitutions at halftime because of tactical reasons, and we found out after the game, and this is why I waited a little bit for doing the post-match analysis, that Diogo Jota had to go off with a swollen ankle. It was mainly a precaution. He said that, Jurgen Klopp said that Diogo had to go off with something around the ankle ligament. We will see at halftime the ankle was swollen and we had to change, but maybe Jota twisted his ankle, that's what Jurgen Klopp said. So it wasn't a tactical substitution, it was because of injury. So Jota is now a doubt for the weekend. And also the fully fit Liverpool squad didn't last long, because Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I don't believe this, but he pulled his hamstring in the warm down after the game. And Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was just jogging on the San Siro pitch, and he pulled his hamstring. Oh my goodness, that is the absolute worst luck. But at the moment, I'm inclined to say it's not just luck anymore with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's just an injury-prone player. We knew what we signed with him, because he was an injury-prone player at Arsenal. But I didn't believe he would be this bad. He suffers so many injuries. It's really, really heartbreaking. And Liverpool have won 7 out of 7 games in the Champions League. And we also went to AC Milan and Inter Milan 2 or 3 months apart, and we won both games in the San Siro. That feels normal for this Liverpool team, and that just shows how far this Liverpool team have progressed under Jurgen Klopp, that we treat it like normal, that Liverpool go to Inter Milan, Liverpool go to AC Milan, and we win the game. And I think Liverpool overall deserved it. Yes, probably the second half Inter were the better team before Liverpool scored the first goal. By the way, what an absolutely brilliant set-piece routine. Jurgen Klopp said that they worked on this in training yesterday. Peter Krawietz and the Liverpool analyst team found a weakness in Inter's set-piece markings, and that is remarkable considering that Inter are the best set-piece team in the Serie A. They already scored like 9 goals from set-pieces in the Serie A, but today they conceded, because Liverpool are the best set-piece team in England in the Premier League. And Bobby Firmino at the near post glances a header perfectly into the bottom far corner. Handanovic takes a step towards the near post, and that's why he can't reach the far post with his hand. That's where the ball was going. But what an absolutely brilliant corner from Andy Robertson, who gets another assist this season. And Bobby Firmino, who came on, and I felt Firmino lost the ball too much. And I found the statistic, he lost the ball like for the first 20 times. He lost the ball 8 times for the first 20 possessions that he had, and that's quite a lot. Firmino invited unnecessary pressure on Liverpool by losing the ball too much, but he made up for it with that absolutely fabulous header into the bottom corner. Harvey Elliott, probably this wasn't his best performance. We know that he can play much better. And Jurgen Klopp with the substitutions, I was on board with every one of them, apart from taking off Fabinho, but it shows how much I know compared to Jurgen Klopp, because Jordan Henderson came on and he really calmed the game down, calmed the Liverpool performance down. The Liverpool midfield became disjointed, and Inter Milan ran the Liverpool midfield ragged in the first like 20-25 minutes of the second half. But then when Naby Keita came on, when Luis Diaz came on, when Jordan Henderson came on, and also Bobby Firmino came on at halftime, especially those last three substitutions, Henderson, Diaz and Naby Keita, they really regained control of the game for Liverpool, and that was very, very important, because at one point it looked like Inter might be scoring 1 or 2 goals against Liverpool, because they started to create chances, and it was their hesitancy in front of goal that prevented Inter taking advantage of some very, very good opportunities. And now with Liverpool being 2-0 up before the second leg, I think we have a massive advantage, because Inter basically need to win by 3 clear goals at Anfield, or they need to win by 2 goals and then take the game to extra time and potentially penalties. But if Liverpool turn up and play to their best of their abilities, then we will go through against Inter. I don't want to jinx it, but very, very rarely do Liverpool lose by 2 or 3 goals at Anfield. But if there is a team who can do it, it's Inter, because they have some really, really good players. Hakan Çalhanoğlu hit the bar in the first half. If that goes in, it's 1-0 Inter. It's a completely different game. I said in my pre-match analysis video that it's absolutely vital, huge, massive. Who scores the first goal? Liverpool did. And then Liverpool scored the second goal, Mo Salah, with a brilliant shot after, I think it was Trent Alexander-Arnold who headed the ball back to Salah, and his shot gets deflected a little bit, but Handanovic was completely flat-footed. And Salah now, I think he has 8 goals in 7 games in the Champions League. Absolutely remarkable goal-scoring tally. And Henderson received some maybe too harsh criticism lately, but let me give you, to the Henderson criticizers, a statistic. Henderson was only on for around 30 minutes, but he made 44 passes, which is more than Thiago, more than Harvey Elliott, and more than Fabinho managed when they were on the pitch, for pretty much twice as much as Henderson. And he took the control of the game and raised the tempo. And the way that he was popping up and popping about passes, there was a pass from Henderson from deep into midfield when he passed it with a brilliant first touch pass towards the far post, far corner of the pitch, towards the corner flag almost. Luis Diaz was waiting for the pass on the wing, and he just pings it with an absolutely brilliant pass onto Luis Diaz's leg. When I saw that, I thought to myself, wow, what a pass. Henderson is back to his usual self. He had some off days, maybe some inconsistent performances, but overall he's still a very, very important player and the leader on the pitch, and his experience really shows and shone through in the second half, the way that he started to control the game. And let's talk about Ibrahim Konate. He's like a mini Virgil, a mini Van Dijk next to Virgil van Dijk himself. He was absolutely imperious, colossal today, just like Virgil van Dijk. They stopped so many Inter attacks, and if it wasn't for them, Inter could have scored easily 3 or 4 goals. So hats off to Virgil van Dijk and Konate. Konate is a real star in the making. I feel a little bit sorry for Joe Gomez. Before his long injuries, Joe Gomez looked like he could be the next big defender for Liverpool. But now that's Ibrahim Konate. That's what it looks like at the moment. And Gomez can't really get the game because of Matip and how good he is in his form. But Gomez has age on his side. He's still a young defender, like 24 years old. So I'm sure that when Matip is phased out, maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, that's when Joe Gomez's time will come. I really hope we don't sell him. I really want him to stay at Liverpool and to become a Liverpool legend. And I think this was an absolutely fabulous win. My man of the match, probably it was Ibrahima Konate. The way that he bossed that Inter Milan attack and the way that he defended today was absolutely fabulous. Mwah, what an away performance. 2-0 win at San Siro. Got in Liverpool. Come on, Reds. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.